check. Mic 1 2. I think that's how it goes. Ooh, this breeze is nice. So I'm just here to talk about enemas during pregnancy, motherhood in general. I'm going to pin this for anyone who comes in and wonders what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna pin that. It's hot. Okay, so thanks, man. Thanks for telling my followers that I've started live. Okay, so how do I get this? Oh, jeez, Chris. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about enemas during pregnancy and postpartum, just motherhood in general, while breastfeeding. So I don't know where to start, but I feel like the common myth about enemas while being pregnant is that it's going to trigger early labor, contractions that would lead to early labor, a miscarriage, and so forth. Hey. But what an enema would do for a woman who, what's that called? Who's going through constipation, because that's definitely a common thing for a woman to, go through while she's pregnant, is constipation. So what an enema would do is loosen her poo, her stool up, and release it, because constipation is like really hard poo, that can't be eliminated without any help, like certain foods like salads, liquids, hydration and whatnot, because we're eating breads, white foods, anything that would constipate our bodies, yeah. So where was I? So yeah, what an enema would do is loosen up the bowels with water, because an enema consists of water. And yeah, so the contractions that one would feel during their enema and would feel like they are going through an early labor is constipation, because your bowel is spasming, trying to squeeze out this, this stool. So that's what an enema would do. So it may feel like it's triggering, you to give birth, but it's not. It's trying to give birth to this ugly, toxic thing, like it's trying to get rid of this toxic stool. And the other benefit of doing an enema while pregnant is that it lightens your load, it makes you feel better because you're letting go of these toxins, because what poo does is hold on to toxins, not just poo, but mucoid plaque, parasites, and whatnot. And so let's say one would go to, sorry, a notification, one would go to the over-counter drug place, and get a laxative pill, right? Like, those are chemicals that will suppress things, and what suppression is constipation. So it constipates your blood, which also, and these chemicals will add on to the toxins in your body. you know. But doing an enema, it's just water and some lemon, and that's it. Softens your poo. You poo. Maybe you don't poo. That does happen. I do notice that because, again, what the water is doing is loosening it up, softening your poo up during constipation. Just thinking of the other benefit of I wrote notes, but I forgot them because baby had to go out. Other benefit of enemas is like less constipation. Oh yeah, okay, because of constipation, it can, sorry guys, downloading, loading right now. Because of constipation, one can go through a miscarriage because it's not creating any space for the baby to grow because of all the constipation that's happening with the colon. The colon is adjacent to the uterus. So if there isn't any space for the uterus to breathe, then there might be an early labor without an enema, you know? And I find an enema helps a lot because most people want to fast, want to get rid of these things in their bodies that are toxic to their blood, to their body, to their babies. But they can't, you know, because it's so extreme and fast for the body to do that it would trigger an early labor, like laxative herbs. So an enema would not, you know, because you just gotta relax, put water in you, and yeah, that's pretty much an enema is low risk compared to other forms of loosening your bowels, because you just gotta stay home, relax, pop that thing in, and then let it go, you know. And again, it would make you feel lighter because you're letting go of toxins in your body. So that's one of many reasons why an enema is good during pregnancy. And it's also really good for breastfeeding as well because, like I said, that laxative herbs or any purging things that one would do, like fast, you know, you can't water fast, you can fruit fast, but even fasting, there are so many benefits to an enema while fasting, but it's not about that right now. It's about the mamas. Okay, so mama, while you're breastfeeding and you're feeling down about not being able to release all these toxins in your body, you can through an enema because it would loosen your bowels and let go of all the toxins that would pretty much just go back into the blood system. Hence why the mama brain, I forgot this, I forgot that, you know, all these things, foggy brain, all these things that we relate to pregnancy, like, would not be normal if we weren't constipated. And pretty much the toxins in our body is just recirculating through our blood and going through our brain, and again blood which transfers to the baby, the placenta and all, you know. Yeah, it would help with like headaches, anything, like you're having a hard time sleeping. And I know constipation is definitely the number one thing why one would have, I mean, other than like your baby being like your belly, just it being uncomfortable because of the change that's happening to your body. I totally get that. But one would suffer from insomnia because they need to shit. Like their body is so wired and just wants to get rid of it that, you know, it's just like, okay, we're gonna stay up until we do this, you know. Definitely movements help, you know, to release a bowel movement like yoga. That definitely helps, you know. It's breathing while moving, like being conscious of your breathing, you know. And sometimes if anyone disagrees with me or agrees, you know, let me know that I feel that one would not go through a very long labor maybe as well, if they weren't constipated. Honestly, we don't really know what is normal because we're all constipated, and it's normal to be constipated. So we're all basing these theories, these myths, and all of that, like, based off of constipation. So this medical system, all that based off of constipation, bruh. Anyways, so if you want to learn anything more about how to do an enema and during pregnancy, breastfeeding, while you're on your period, women, let me know, okay? Because I got a book that I wrote for everyone. So, not excluding moms that are going through things and also want to purge. Yeah, because it's essential to get rid of this shit that we've been holding for decades. This is decades old poop, you know. Sometimes we think it's like the food we've been eating, or, man, I've been eating so healthy, why am I constipated, you know? And it's because it's decades old poop that have turned into concrete, you know, that have laced our intestines, our colon, you know, our pipe system, that's trying to squeeze itself out. And I even feel like this is part of, like, period cramps, you know, like, you know how it's so much, okay, don't get me don't get me started. But yeah, if you have any questions about doing an enema while pregnant, let me know. Hit my DMs, hit the comments, like, subscribe to my channel. I'm kidding, guys. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you have come all this way to the end, I appreciate y'all.